Eskimo Joe. Eskimo Joe are an Australian alternative rock band that was formed in 1997 by Stuart MacLeod on lead guitar, Joel Quartermain on drums and guitar, and Kavyen Temperley on bass guitar and vocals in East Fremantle, Western Australia, Australia. The band has released 5 additional albums since their debut album Girl was released in 2001. A Song is a City, released in 2004, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, released in 2006, Inshalla, released in May 2009, Ghosts of the Past, released on 12 August 2011, and Wastelands, released on 12. Eskimo Joe have won 8 ARIA Music Awards. In 2006, the band achieved 4 wins from 9 nominations for work associated with Black Fingernails, Red Wine. History: 1995–1999. Early years. Eskimo Joe founders MacLeod and Temperley were schoolmates at John Curtin Senior High School. Temperley left school at 16 to concentrate on writing music, moving into a share house with Simon Leach, who played bass guitar in a funk band called Carpet. The other members were his brother Stuart on drums and guitarist Joel Quartermain. All 3 were former students at Hollywood Senior High School. When Temperley joined Carpet, they changed the name to Freud's Pillow. The band performed around Perth and Fremantle from 1995 to 1998 and released an EP, Pleasure Puppy, in 1997. MacLeod, although not a member, is credited with co-writing Mr. Hoke on the EP. Despite their modest popularity, Quartermain and Temperley were unhappy with the band's musical style. While recording the EP, Temperley started jamming for a side project with MacLeod, writing several short and simple pop-punk songs. They auditioned a number of drummers and eventually settled on Quartermain, who they believed was more musical. Formed as an alternative rock group in 1997 in East Fremantle, Eskimo Joe was initially a side project of Freud's Pillow, with MacLeod on guitar, Quartermain on drums and guitar, and Temperley on bass guitar and vocals. Eskimo Joe's first gig was in August 1997 at the University of Western Australia. For winning the national final, they were awarded a place at the 1997 Livid Festival in Brisbane and a studio recording session in Sydney. Freud's Pillow officially split within a few months of Eskimo Joe's win. Simon Leach eventually formed Little Birdie in 2002, while Stuart played drums for One Horse Town and later for the Bank Holidays. In April 1998, Eskimo Joe recorded their debut release, the Sweater EP. Its title track, Sweater, received significant airplay on national Australian radio station Triple J and reached number 33 on the station's Hottest 100 of 1998. After touring for numerous months, Eskimo Joe returned to the studio and, in 1999, issued a second EP, the self-titled Eskimo Joe. 2 tracks, Ruby Wednesday and Turn Up Your Stereo, were voted into the Triple J Hottest 100 of that year. The band were voted into the No. 2 position on the Brightest Hope list by the readers of Rolling Stone Australia. 1999–2001, Girl. Eskimo Joe signed with Universal Records' alternative offshoot Modular in 1999. They recorded their debut album, Girl, with producer Ed Buller, Ben Lee, Pulp, Suede. It reached No. 29 on the ARIA Albums chart and was certified gold. Tracks such as Who Sold Her Out and Planet Earth received airplay on Triple J, with the former reaching the top 100 on the ARIA Singles chart and the latter listed at number 31 on Triple J's Hottest 100 of 2001. Some tracks featured on TV series The Secret Life of Us. Rock music journalist Ed Nimmervoll compared the album to their earlier work. The nonsensical songs about stereos, alcohol and farting were replaced by Beatles' highly relatable songs about the ups and downs about the day-to-day life. The band's live shows began to incorporate keyboards and an extra guitar. At the ARIA Music Awards of 2001, the band's single Wake Up, with a promotional clip by Ben Saunders, won the Best Video category. 2002-2005, A Song is a City is a City is a City. Despite Girl being a top 30 album and earning a gold record, Modular ended the band's contract. Eskimo Joe signed with Festival Mushroom Records in 2002. They recorded their second album, A Song is a City, produced by Paul McKercher and mixed by Nick Launay in 2000. Released in May 2004, it peaked at number 2 and, by 2006, achieved double platinum status. For live shows, Quartermain switched to guitar and Paul Keenan, also from Fremantle, played drums, and Dan Bull played keyboards. At the time of the album's release, Temperley explained, "The whole album is really about me, my friends, the people I love, and Fremantle. It's the stories that go on between us. It's similar to the people in every place all over the world. For me, that's what I'm writing about. I'm definitely not writing about New York. I'm writing about Fremantle." The lead single, From the Sea, reached the top 40 in March 2004 and was number 1 on the Triple J Net 50. It was used as the backing track for a series of TV ads for the West Coast Eagles football club. Smoke was released as the second single and was listed in the top 5 on Triple J's Net 50 in May. The third single, Older Than You, became their second top 50 ARIA Singles Chart hit after they performed it at the ARIA Music Awards of 2004 in October. At the ceremony, A Song is a City won 2 awards for Producer of the Year and Engineer of the Year for both McKercher and Eskimo Joe. DVD. In August 2005, the Eskimo Joe DVD was released with all the film clips for tracks from the Eskimo Joe EP and the first 2 albums, a feature-length documentary, a collection of live performances, and some rare tracks, including Sweater. They won Best Group at the ARIA Music Awards of 2005 for Older Than You. 2006-2008, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, 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 Red Wine. MacLeod arranged for the band to produce their third album, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, themselves, which shifted the emphasis from the songs and their performance to an overall sound. Its title track, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, released in May 2006, which peaked at number 6, became their first top 10 single. The song also reached number 1 on ARIA's digital track chart. The album followed in June and debuted at number 1 on the ARIA Albums chart. It spent 51 weeks in the top 50 and achieved 4 times platinum status. Its second single, Sarah, was issued in September and peaked at number 12. The B-sides are live and acoustic versions of Black Fingernails, Red Wine, and a cover of the Pixies' Hey, recorded for Triple J's Like a Version collection. The third single, New York, was released early in 2007 and reached no. 26. The fourth single, Breaking Up, in which the music video starred actress Teresa Palmer, attained the top 100. In August, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, was issued as the band's debut United States single. The fifth Australian single, London Bombs, was released in October as a digital-only single. The song was awarded first place in the performance category at the 2007 International Songwriting Competition. At the ARIA Music Awards of 2006, Eskimo Joe were nominated for 9 awards and won 4. Black Fingernails, Red Wine won Producer of the Year for Eskimo Joe and Engineer of the Year for Matt Lovell. Black Fingernails, Red Wine won Single of the Year, and Eskimo Joe won Best Music DVD. 2009-2010, Inshalla. Their fourth studio album, Inshalla, was released in May 2009. The group had played tracks at gigs prior to its release, including the title track, Inshalla. The term Inshalla is Arabic for God willing, which Temperley had heard during a visit to Egypt. According to Nimmervoll, the album was put together in the same spirit, instead of the extremely sick-focused record they had wanted with Black Fingernails. Red Wine with Inshalla Eskimo Joe let the songs and the music take them wherever they led. The lead single, Foreign Land, was issued in April and peaked at number 13. Inshalla became the band's second album to debut at number 1 and remained in the charts for 17 weeks. It was nominated at the ARIA Music Awards of 2009 for Album of the Year, Year of the Year, Year of the Year, Year of the Year, Year of the Year, 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 of the Year. The second single, Losing Friends Over Love, released in June, failed to chart. However, the third single, Don't Let Me Down, which was released in September, reached number 50. 2011, Ghosts of the Pasts, of the Pasts, the Pasts, Pasts, of the Pasts, Pasts. They recorded their fifth album, Ghosts of the Past, in February 2011 at the Grove Studios in Sydney and the new Wastelands Studios in O'Connor, which is owned by the band under their own label, Dirt Diamonds. In May, the group announced that Ghosts of the Past was due for release on 12 August. It has the band aiming for more honesty and less polish than Inshalla. The album will contain 12 new songs. Some tracks include Love is a Drug, Itch Running, Speeding Car, When We Were Kids and Gave It All Away. The first single from the album Love is a Drug was first performed at 2011 Southbound Music Festival in Busselton and was released on iTunes on 24 June. 2012-2013, Wastelands. 2020 present, The World Repeats Itself Somehow. On 26 June 2020, Eskimo Joe released Say Something, their first single in 7 years. In September 2021, the band announced their first greatest hits album, The World Repeats Itself Somehow, which was released on 10 December 2021. Tours. In November 2006, Eskimo Joe played at the CMJ Music Festival in New York City, returning to Australia for Southbound in Western Australia and the Falls Festival in Victoria and Tasmania. They performed on all legs of the 2007 Big Day Out concerts. In July, they played at the Australian leg of Live Earth in Sydney. At the end of that month, they had a secret gig in Perth under a pseudonym, the Andy Callison Project, as a warm-up to their US tour. Joining Eskimo Joe's lineup for live shows were Lee Jones on keyboards and Sean Sibbs on drums. In January 2008, Eskimo Joe performed in New York, Houston, and Los Angeles as part of the annual J-Day USA Australia Week. Later that year, the group performed at both the East Coast and West Coast Blues and Roots festivals Byron Bay and Fremantle, respectively. In March 2009, Eskimo Joe performed at the Sound Relief concert at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Sound Relief was a benefit concert for victims of the Victorian bushfire crisis and the Queensland floods. Appearing with Eskimo Joe at the Sydney concert were Coldplay, Hoodoo Gurus, Icehouse, Jet, Josh Pike, Little Birdie, The Presets, Wolfmother, UMI, and additional artists. Prior to the benefit concert, the band played in Perth as the Andy Callison Project. On 22 August 2012, the band was announced as the opening act for the launch of the Melbourne Spring Racing Carnival in Australia. The Winter Warmer Tour was announced in late May 2013, and the band explained that they would be playing acoustically at intimate and unusual venues across Australia. The tour will consist of 2-hour acoustic-based shows in which the band will reinterpret a selection of songs from every album in the band's history. Temperley stated, "We've got a few new songs that we are going to try out acoustically with some reworking of old songs too. We feel really lucky to have such a beautiful and unique venues to do this in. To commemorate the 10th anniversary of the Song is a City album, described by Temperley as a turning point for myself both personally and musically. Temperley announced a solo Temperley explained, "I love it how the whole album works on just an acoustic guitar, and there are so many stories that now, from a safe distance, I'm ready to tell in regard to the tour that will occur from July to September 2014. During the tour, Temperley will share the stories that influenced the songs and will also play cover versions of some songs that influenced the album." Other activities. In April 2010, Eskimo Joe were announced as the #1 ticket holder for the Fremantle Football Club. Quartermain joked that they may pen a club song, "We'll give it a crack." The band held the honor until 2012, being replaced by Victoria Cross recipient Ben Roberts-Smith. A national office for live music was launched by Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd in July 2013, and, as of August 2013, Temperley is the state ambassador for Western Australia. Members. Core members. The core members of Eskimo Joe are Stuart MacLeod, guitar, backing vocals 1997 present. Joel Quartermain, drums on recordings, guitar, keyboards, backing vocals 1997 present. Kavyen Temperley, bass guitar, keyboards, vocals 1997 present. Auxiliary members. A number of musicians have played with the band on tour and on recordings. They include Dan Bull, keyboards, Fergus DC, keyboards/guitar, Fraser Kringle, drums, Paul Keenan, drums, Michael DeGrussa, keyboards, Sean Sibbs, drums, Lee Jones, keyboards, Nick Johnson, drums, Tony Burke, keyboards/guitar, Holly Young, saxophone. Discography. Girl 2001, A Song is a City 2004, Black Fingernails, Red Wine 2006, Inshalla 2009, Ghosts of the Past 2011, Wastelands 2013. Management. Eskimo Joe are managed by Catherine Hardy Management. Awards and nominations. APRA Awards. The APRA Awards are presented annually from 1982 by the Australasian Performing Rights Association APRA. ARIA Awards. The ARIA Music Awards are presented annually from 1987 by the Australian Recording Industry Association ARIA. Eskimo Joe have won 8 awards from 35 nominations. Vanda and Young Global Songwriting Competition. The Vanda and Young Global Songwriting Competition is an annual competition that acknowledges great songwriting whilst supporting and raising money for Nordorf Robbins and is coordinated by Albert Music and APRA. It commenced in 2009. WAMI Awards. The West Australian Music Industry Awards, or WAMIS, are presented annually from 1985 by Western Australian Music Industry Association, Inc. to recognize local artists. Other awards. 2007 IC Songwriting Competition, first place in performance, London Bombs. 2007 IC Songwriting Competition, second place in rock, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine. 2007 ISC Songwriting Competition, honorable mention in rock, New York. Nominations. 2006 Jack Awards, Best Bass Guitarist, Kavyen Temperley, 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 Temperley. 2006 Channel V, Oz Artist of the Year, 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 of the Year. 2007 MTV Australia Awards, Best Group. 2007 MTV Australia Awards, Best Rock Video, Black Fingernails, Red Wine, 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 Red Wine. 2007 MTV Australia Awards. Download of the year: Black Fingernails, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine, Red Wine.